Welcome back to Blue Rose. Let's start where we left off. Let's go. I am walking down the street when I see something unpleasant unfold ahead of me.
You. I'm surprised you're still here.
Simon and Gavin, judging by the looks on Simon's face, this isn't going to turn out well. The air's heavy with animosity. I would say the same. I'm surprised the Templars have so much free time these days. That they can laze around in the mountains like this.
How dare you!
Calvin notices me approaching, then calls me out for me. Hey Lena, put a leash on your dog. This is obviously the last straw. Simone steps forward.
This is it. You leave now, or I'll make sure you do. You think I'll just turn a blind eye on the princess of a Hellion soldier?
I don't care if you go blind.
I'm not going anywhere.
Simon grabs the handle of his sword as the situation escalates. I had to do something. Stop! A clear voice interrupts them before he could draw his sword. I'm surprised to see the dedicated figure of a young girl standing in front of Galvin, spread apart to block the way. It's Aaron. What are you doing? You can't fight here.
Move out the way. Are you aware who are you protecting?
I don't care. You can't decide who's allowed here or not. Aaron stands firm as she confronts Simon without blinking. Before long, I also noticed the oppressive stares of townspeople nearby who heard Aaron's shoutings. Simon gives in and pushes the sword back in place.
Fine. I'll follow your rules as long as I am here.
I can tell the stir burning in anger is shooting through Gavin's stare, and then turns around to leave. I watch him restlessly as I walk away, wondering if I should follow or not. As he disappears out of sight, Erin finally lowers her arms, and Galvin heaves a deep sigh from behind her.
Seriously, that guy is more trouble than he's worth.
So says you. I'm sure you provoked them again, didn't you? What? You only trust me that much? Please, don't hold it against him. He's not a bad person, really. They both look at me. Aaron relaxes and smiles. Don't worry. It must be tough for him, too. Oh, you think so? What are you saying? What about saying thank you? I just saved your neck. What about saying thank you? I just saved your neck. I could have taken care of myself. Tension in the air fills the spectators below. Returning to their chores, I watch Aaron and Galvin bickering. Galvin must stay in here for a while. I just ended up accepting his presence in spite of what it turned out to be. Of course, it wouldn't be so easy for Simon. This is troubling. I leave the two of them behind, and the figure of a man catches my eyes. In the distance, I see him, standing between the house further down the street, past a group of people chatting. It's him, the man I met by the lake. It's the first time I've seen him since then. He definitely stands out among the ordinary villagers here. Oh, it's Aaron! Surprised, I noticed that Mary is standing next to me, smiling her usual friendly smile as she follows my gaze. Aaron? Yeah, the spirit of the mountain. What a pleasant surprise to see him here today. He's a spirit? She nods. Yes. You can tell, can't you? There's something different about him. After all, he was here before the first of us arrived. He's been here very kind host. Oh, so his name is Aaron? My gaze looks upon the stranger, but I can't help but get surprised as he also turns his head to look directly back at me. Despite the long distance, his stare makes me quite uncomfortable, as if he could hear every word. Instinctively, I quickly look away, while at the same time admonishing myself for my paranoid thoughts. At first time I have ever met a spirit, though, I can't help but be a little curious. One path, let's go. Do you take the home a lot and pray every day then? Having nothing better to do, I decided to follow Tobias into the forest again today. He doesn't complain anymore since the first time I asked him if I could come along. He just shrugs and continues onwards, leaving it up to me whether I want to follow or not.
No, usually I hunt for myself. If I need something or when the sister asks me to help them stock up. Once in a while, someone else from town will ask me for favors too.
I see, you spend so much time out here, I almost thought you were hunting for everyone there.
Of course not. Are townspeople capable of doing that. Besides, you shouldn't go off killing all the animals here unless you really needed it.
You sound like I intended to.
It wouldn't surprise me.
There he goes again. I grin my teeth, but hold on to my back and start a new argument. We continue in silence. A while back, he raises his hand, signaling for me to stop. Suddenly, Tobias kneels down, examining the tracks on the ground. I notice a tree nearby with its bark all scratched and torn.
Boars.
I step towards it a little closer to look at the tree, but Tobias stops me again.
Stop.
What?
Don't go over there.
He glares at me as if the most obvious thing in the world. Is it me, or is he even more annoying today than usual? I sigh and exasperated to walk closer to the tree anyways to take a closer look. There's no boar over the hair.
Wait. What? Wait.
I feel the ground give beneath my foot. I step down. Crap! I float my arms to the side and step aside, regain my balance. But it is no use, finding only more broken twigs and foliage to give in under my weight, and I find myself sliding down a grassy slope. When I finally come to stop, I have twigs in my hair and dirt all over my uniform. That's just great. I wince at the pain of my old wounds.
I told you to stay.
I hear Tobias complain above me, and I curse myself for managing to look stupid in front of him again. Yeah. And I'm about to push myself back when I hear Tobias gasp above me. And then I see it too. Something's watching me from the bushes ahead. A boar! It's huge! A small black eye is fixed on me. I could see the sharp tusks that are likely responsible for the marks on the trees above. The boar snorts aggressively and stomps on the ground with one hoof.
Get out of there!
Easy for you to say. My wounds still hurt from the stupid fall. So fleeing back up the slope before I can reach me is out of the question. The boar stomps again, as if daring me. Alright, just try me. It kicks off the ground, charging towards me with full force. Watching it closely as it approaches, I grip the handle of the sword firmly while focusing my energy. The air tenses around me and I concentrate on the animal rushing forward. Wait for it.
No!
That is when something flies across in front of me. It's Tobias. He lands between the boar and me and reaches the sword on the side as desperately attempt to ward off the rampant animal. I stare at his back, astonished by this sudden turn of events. What? That fool! What does he think he's doing? He'll get himself killed by doing something so reckless. And sure enough, even before he could truly unsheath his blade, his weak attempt at rescue promptly fails as the boar hits home, knocking the sword out of his hand and sending him off to the side. The boar continues unhindered towards me after getting rid of the obstacle. Quickly I draw my sword and punch it to the ground, right before the animal reaches me. The energy concentrated on the blade is let loose, and the boar whines in surprise as the electrified weight hits home. Shocked by the unexpected pain, it puts its brakes and runs off in a different direction, still squealing as it disappears into the forest. I hurry up to Tobias' side. He's sitting up, holding his arm while wincing in pain. What did you do that for? I yelled at him. I try to take a closer look at his wound.
What I was doing, those things are dangerous. I try to help you.
I didn't need your help. That was really reckless.
Whatever.
Looks like you got lucky though. Nothing seems to be broken. His arm is bleeding and probably going to be sore for quite a while, but nothing serious. I sigh in relief. Well, we need to make a bandage for that.
I could take care of it.
He cuts me off and slowly gets back on his feet, even while trying his best to camouflage the pain. In doing so, he humps over and picks up the bow and sword before heading in the direction of home. I get back in order to follow him back, but he stops me again, not once looking at me in the eyes.
No, I'll be fine.
With that, he slowly... Alright then. I guess the one thing that was hurt the most in the exit was his prize. How stubborn. Oh well, maybe I should go ask Mary if she has something for the cut of his. I say this for myself, but Tobias disappears out of sight, and then suddenly decides to head back to town.
Alright. Saving. Save here. Yes. Return. Should I go to the lake, the outskirts, or the main street? I'm gonna go to Galvin this time. Maintenance is such a drag.
Galvin sighs deeply. What are you talking about?
I dented my sword. Now I need to go to the smithy to get it fixed.
Oh, you should really be careful about those things.
Hey, I know that. Still, I wish I didn't have to go to waste my time on that.
If you ignore it, things will get worse. Take care of your weapon can save your life.
Yeah, I already know that. You don't have to lecture me.
Why can't you just go to Smith and get it over with?
Well, it happened a couple times before. He kept increasing the price. I think he's cheating me. Besides, I don't like giving my weapon away, even if it's for a short time. Hey, I know. Why don't we go train instead? It's been a while since we did that.
Just get your sword fixed already.
Yeah, I give up. Day 7. Keep following Galvin.
I see Galvin sitting on a large rock on the lakeside. He looks at me briefly as I come closer and smiles in recognition. What are you doing out here?
I'm not letting Tobias be the only one stranded around the patrolling the place. Thought I'd chip in and do my share as well. Besides, I don't mind going out to town once in a while.
He continues to gaze out into the lake. He can't help but suspect that Simon's presence has only given Galvin more reason to go elsewhere and feel a little guilty. Following his example, I look down at the shimmering surface of the lake. Sometimes there are glimpses of movements of small fish darting by. Do you ever fish up here?
I don't think so. I have only seen people do so in the river further north.
Why don't they do it up here? He crosses his arms in silence for a moment as if contemplating this.
I don't know, really. I don't think they find it appropriate.
I guess even the villagers here notice that this place is special and wish to respect that. And Galvin noticed it too. I look around half expecting to see the spirit Aaron watching us from somewhere, but I don't see him. The spirit, has any of you ever had any confrontations with him? I heard he's kind of hard to deal with.
I haven't been here for that long, but I haven't heard any problems. From what I see, he seems to mind his own business, watch from afar. Each live their own lives. That's the impression I get.
Yes, I guess you're right. Existence and mutual respect. I take a moment to enjoy the peaceful atmosphere and find myself smiling a little. That's when I notice Goblin looking at me rather than the lake. Something the matter?
No, it's nothing.
He looks away again. We both fall silent and resign myself to enjoying quiet in this place. It's strange, the situation makes the thought of Galvin being a natural enemy feel absurd. Had we met under any other circumstances, we would cut each other down without a moment's hesitation. Just like that, I found him and Simone. Just like when I found him and Simone. Would I have to fight him one day? I steal a glance at him and sit together in silence. We all look so peaceful and relaxed while watching the scenery. He turns his head and our eyes meet.
Now I want to say it.
What?
Something the matter?
I smile and shake my head. Who knows, in a different world with no wars and no uniforms to differentiate us, we might have been real friends.
Alright, I'm ending. What? Yep, I'm ending the episode here. It's already too much time. Alright, see you next time. Time to save. Bye bye.